This is a Destiny card reading, and basically, it's an ancient Kemetic system, Egypt system, where you are given a birth card on the day you are born. And that birth card helps you understand your personality, how you connect with people, love them, as well as who you should connect with or love. In this Destiny card reading, you will get 4 cards and intuitive messages. Your birth card is the Queen of Heart, and it is the loving mother card. So the description of a person that has a Queen of Heart, it is a double Neptune card, okay? The Queen of Heart has a share of idealism. All of these people possess a certain charm and magnetism that attracts others. You are the mothers of love and share this love with all who you meet. You either get married and devote yourselves to family or get involved in some professional career. You have more than average ability to be successful in many professions, and regardless of your gender, you will have especially good luck in professions where men dominate. Okay, you are represented by your King of Spades, in Mars, which is a very powerful card that will bring you much success throughout your life. You take on a role as a mother very seriously. If you are a parent, and there is little that can come between you and your child. Okay? You are very much like the King of Heart, who is usually more devoted to her children than to her spouse. You are very sweet to people, attractive, sociable, and loving. You can be a very successful artist or performer, and you have appreciation for art and beauty. That's why your house is so beautiful. You are aware and make use of your abundance of psychic and musical ability. And so you have to know that. So you see those things as maybe women's intuition. You see it maybe like, oh, I just thought about that. But you need to accept it and tap into that these things that you feel, see, know, and hear are actually psychic abundance. Okay? So you have to just accept that, and it's going to help you and guide you more. Because your idealism needed to be guided with truth. You live the life of love and nurturing because that's your birthright. So you talked about that a little bit on, you know how to do that well. This is the loving mother card. Your calling in life has to include sharing your love with others, and the more, the better. When operating on the lower levels, you can be overly self-indulgent, lazy, frivolous, and into the good life, which I don't see that as you've already been past that stage. This is a card of enjoyment of the sensual pursuits and experiences. And so that's why you can't be upset. Sometimes I think that your sensual side, your line of work, the things that you do, sometimes you feel like that is a burden on you or something like that. But I feel like you shouldn't look at it like that. That's just who you are. And as you can see, it's actually your birthright. So it's nothing really that you could do about that. There are some Queen of Hearts that are codependents, escapists, and alcoholics. Okay. And you are not that. So that's great. Once you set your sights in line with your higher ideals and are ready to renounce laziness and complacency, there is no limit to how high you can climb in your work and career. So that's like when you push. I feel like sometimes you push your work off because you just don't, you know, you just go into that shell. I don't think it's really the laziness, but you going into a shell. And we talked about that, how even when you feel like you don't want to work, you have to do it. All right, so now the issues concerning your relationships. With this card, you're usually attracted to power and financial strength, which ain't a bad thing. These are the darlings of the deck. A female queen of heart represents Aphrodite. Aphrodite, the woman of all men's dreams, and she is naturally blessed with all the feminine qualities that can make a perfect wife or love partner. You are charming and devoted to your family and ideals of love. There is a certain gaiety and innocence, about you, and one would hesitate to ever criticize you for anything. Still, your ideals may be too high, and sometimes you will attract a partner who will bring you back down to earth. And that is the men that you're saying that they are everything for you, and it's like, baby, and hopefully you will fall. The fall will not be too high or too hard on you. In some cases, the Queen of Heart charm turns to indecision and a certain disregard for the feelings of others. You can play the field with success, but will sometimes attract a partner who is unfaithful or indecisive because of, it's like what you put out, you get in, okay? The Queen of Heart female is strongly attracted to a powerful man, especially of the spade suit. Diamond males fall hard for Queen of Hearts females, and club males find them very challenging. But the Queen of Heart make good friends with club females. But okay, so how that plays a part is like when you meet somebody, or you say, hey, what's your birthday? I won't even need the year just to check to see if they are what card they have. And then there is a way we could do compatibility to see how you and that person are compatible. And that it goes back to, like, so say, they have a birth card, so it tells you basically where your cards meet up. So sometimes they'll meet up in Jupiter, they'll meet up in Mars, and then it just tells you about the compatibility from that angle. So if you ever want to check somebody's card, if it's just like, oh, Mecca, this is a birthday, can you tell me what card he is? That's nothing, because you want to see if they, where they lay, if it's somebody that's more attracted to you or you attracted to them. But if you want to know the exact compatibility, the hearts, diamonds, where they came from, how you connected with them, then that's a full reading, and that's $20. Okay, so the Three of Clubs is your yearly card, and that's not like yearly as in once 2023 is over. It's basically the card starts on your birthday and it goes to your next birthday. Okay, so you won't get a new card until you have your birthday. It is likely that you will have a lot on your mind this year. The Three of Clubs promises an active mind full of new ideas and ways of doing things. Yay! And so that is so awesome. You are already feeling that. This may stimulate you to branch out in more than one direction at the same time. You may, for example, be learning 2 or more things at the same time, going to different schools for each, and possibly working 2 jobs at the same time. You have many good ideas, and you will be able to come up with some unique and valuable ways of doing things and looking at things. If this mental creativity is harnessed, you could experience much success in writing or in other creative pursuits. If this creativity and versatility gets carried to extremes, you could find yourself manifesting the lower vibrations of this powerful influence in your life this year. This is worry and indecision. Most people are not well equipped to handle so many things at once, and yet some are. I believe you are. And it all depends on you. To get the most from this card, write down all the great ideas you get this year. Yay! I just told you that. You may not be able to do them all right away, but they are valuable just the same and could be saved for later when your natural creativity is not running so high. The key words: a year of mental creativity, such as writing and generating ideas, or a year of dealing with worry and indecision. Now, we're not going to have that worry and indecision. We're not going to have the worry and indecision because now you know what to do. One, you get that journal, you get a think pad. You got to have different ones because you got a lot going on mentally. So you need to have one for your own personal business. You got to have one for bedroom candy. You got to have one for your career at work. You got to have one for your personal, okay? And you just jot things down, okay? Also, you got to set your 2-week, right now I think you should start out with like 2 weeks sessions so you can get a hold of it and you actually like tracking how you feel and things like that, because you got a couple things that you have to uncover. So that's really great. And you we definitely, which will be really good because it'll be coming right up because I know what's going on in your next card. But I just did a peep. I haven't looked into the card, but it's really, I know that because it's a 52-day card. But this is your yearly card, so it goes all the way to your birthday. Okay, so your 52-day period is your Jupiter period. It started January 1st and it will end on February 22nd. And that's what I was telling you about. You already jumping into like what's going on. So I was already moving to this card because even though I'm not with you right now, I'm still connected to you. So I'm like, yeah, you excited. You loving everything that you're hearing. And so it's keeping me moving. Now, this card is a 2 of clubs. Now, the card being a 2 of clubs, you know, it's going to definitely be a partnership. I know that. And it was in your Jupiter period. And so this influence is one of the successful meetings of business interests or partnerships. Yeah. Emphasize cooperation and avoid quarreling to get best results, and the financial rewards could be great. In general, sharing your quest for knowledge could bring material and personal benefits during this period. The influence promotes harmony and wisdom in all meetings and intellectual partnerships and gives financial rewards through these avenues. Now, I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about how I could like help and we could do like parties and things like that together, because if you have like you had 4 or 5 ladies come over, we still could kind of set it up like we did at your sister's house, and they still could get small little, even if we don't do the energy rub part, we still could do the ionic foot detoxes and like foot rubs. And you get a daily card. This is your Mars day. You are feeling energetic and competitive. Watch out for arguments, and sex could be great. And so you get a daily card, and it is so funny that your daily card is a 2 of club as well. That's why I know it's very prevalent that you pay attention to building business and doing things with other people. Branch out from just letting it be yourself. You probably, I don't know if you're ready to build a team, and so the basic meaning of the 2 of clubs means conversation, communication. sharing ideas and cooperation on the communicating level. However, it is also known as a card of fear and arguing. When it is present, you may feel compelled to talk to others and to establish lines of communication. Look deeper into yourself, and you may discover an inner conflict between your desire to be alone and to be with others. Talking to others may shed more light on who you are. Just make sure that you are being honest with yourself. Now, that's something, a meeting with a man in relation to a lawsuit or a business deal could be a major event in this period. Now, this was just for the daily card, but because it was a Mars card, I do want to bring this up. With the Mars influence, it will be wise to hold your tongue in check, as a quarrelsome attitude could do a lot of damage now. This is a very strong influence for arguments, especially with men or in connection with a legal proceedings. So take care of those areas. This period could also see you aggressively pursuing some specific information for a specific desire. Now, that was only your daily card, but we don't know what's going to come up in your day. Okay, when you awaken, this will be on your phone because I'm doing this overnight, so you got the whole day. I'm going to make sure I download it and upload it to YouTube so you can get it. Your mom was coming through also. You have been feeling a little bit like you kind of let her down and things like that, and you have not. Your mom is very impressed by you. She is that you were able to live your life the way you felt, the way it should be lived. That really impressed her. She wanted you to be who you were. You're not anybody else. You're Michelle. Okay? And that's what she truly believes. And that's what she wants you to know. Yeah, she's here with me now. Okay? And those she hears your questions that you have for her. And she said those answers that you feel like you didn't get from her, they're inside of you. And all you got to do is listen, and you will be able to hear the answer. We have so much more work that we need to do, together, as far as getting you to your highest self and your most spiritual and your most psychic self, because you are going there, and it's going to manifest, and it's going to be so beautiful for you. So we're going to do this every 2 weeks. Now, this is how I got started, even in this life. I was on Facebook, and I saw this hoodoo. It wasn't the cover. It was just a card that someone had posted. And I was like, that looks just like me. So I contacted the illustrator, and she said that she doesn't draw people. She has a book of hair, a book of foreheads, a book of eyes, a book of noses, a book of mouths, a book of arms, legs. All her body parts and are separate. Eyebrows, everything. The references that the lady gave her and tarot cards, she put this picture together, and that looks just like me. So I knew that this was the line of work that I really needed to go into. Now, this is a whole totally different deck than what I've done. But like I said, I like to start out with the destiny readings first, because we want to know exactly what we're working with, where we're going, and why we're going there. So there are some other cards that you need to find out about, but I don't believe that we should really just hop all into that. We need to process this information first, any questions that you have, and then we need to go there. Now, the next reading, if you would like to do a different type of reading, not these. I don't think you should do these. I think that I have a couple of different ones. The Spirit Within would be actually good for you. So I'll tell you about that off of here. But starting February 22nd, because you get a new card on February 22nd, then we'll do, because it's other yearly cards too that can help you. So we'll do that with the February 22nd reading. Okay? Because I don't want to put too much all over the top of what we're doing, because we need to set a plan so it could really manifest in your life. I tell all of my clients that I love you like no other because you're all individually you. Talk to you soon. Bye.